Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Project Level Up that is created by Sophie Alexandra. I will have her link down below. She created this project to get a little more use out of our eyeshadow palettes. She combined kind of No Pan Left Behind, pan those eyeshadows, and pan that palette in one video. There are different levels in this project, and each level correlates to how many times you have to use each eyeshadow and how many pans you have to hit in each palette. So I'm currently on level 3, which means I have to hit 3 pans and use each shade 3 times. I'm currently working on my Bella Beauté Bar Smoky Glam palette. This is a 36 pan palette. So it's been difficult. I have been working on this forever, and honestly, I'm getting a little tired of it. But let's get into my update. I hope you subscribe before you leave and give this video a thumbs up. I want to start by saying I absolutely love this palette. The shades in here are so beautiful. I'm just getting burnt out. I'm just, I don't want to work on this big of a palette in this project ever again. I'm just putting that out there. So last update, I had hit 2 out of my 3 pans, and this is what the palette was looking like. I had hit the 3-use goal on some shades, but not very many. And I'm really happy to say that I've hit a lot more of those usage goals, but also I hit my 3rd pan. So this is what the palette is looking like today. It's really hard to see the pans because they're in the shimmers, and it's just really hard to see the shimmers. So hopefully you can see this pan and this pan. Here, I'll just pull it up close. Yeah, they're so hard to see, but this is the 3rd pan that I just hit yesterday, and I used that shadow on my nails. I do have it over like a blue, so hopefully you can see kind of the shift of that shade on my nails, but it's really pretty topper. And these eyeshadows, this shadow, this shadow, this shadow, and I think this shadow as well, they're very crumbly. They're super soft. They move so easily. So I knew I would target those for my pans. But yeah, I just did not think it would take this long. I guess I should have. Like, there's 36 eyeshadows in here. But let me, I don't want to hold this up anymore. So I will be putting like the number of times I've used each shade on the screen, but I will also be talking about it with you guys. So, of course, that first top shade I've used 5 times. That second shade I've used twice, so I have 1 more use on that. The 3rd shade, I hit my 3 uses. That 4th shade in the top row, I hit my 3 uses. The second to last shade in the top row, I have 1 use, and then that last shade, I have 3 uses. Then going down to the second row, I have 2 uses on that first shade. I had already hit my usage goal and pan on that second shade. I have 7 uses there. That 3rd shade, Pose, I have 2 uses. The 4th shade, my new pan, I reached that within 11 uses. So that is the most uses I have on any of the shades in this palette. And actually 10 of those uses were on my nails. That is 2 manicures, so I had 1 last update, and then I used it yesterday, and that is 5 uses for 1 manicure. That second to last shade, Cuddles, I've used once, and then the last shade in that row I've used 3 times. Jumping down to the 3rd row, I have 3 uses on that first shade, 3 uses on that second shade, and also 3 uses on that 3rd shade. That purple shimmer Velvet Crush, I have 2 uses. Icon, I have 2 uses, and then that last shade in that row, I have 1 use. In that 4th row, I have 1 use on Bombshell, 3 uses on Cuffs, 2 uses on Hypnotic. I have not used Silk Teddy at all. I really need to do some deep purple looks. I have 2 uses on Night Dream and 1 use on Smoked Out. That is in matte black. Second to last row, I have 2 uses on that really pale green, 1 use on Clean Slate. I have all 3 uses on Risk. Is that Risque? Yeah. 3 uses on Overcast, 2 on Nocturnal, and I finally did get 1 use out of that shimmery black. In the last row, I have 4 uses on Lace. I love that shade in the inner corner. Platinum Princess, I have 2 uses. Romantic, I have 2 uses. And then the last 3 shades, I'll have 1 use. So I have hit my 3 use goal on, I think, over half of these shades. I actually have not counted, but I'm not going to count right now. I am going to put a graphic on the screen of each shade that I need to use. I feel like I can get my last few uses on these within maybe like 5 more looks with this palette, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not going to be rolling in my next palette because I just need to focus on this and get this done. I am wearing this today, so I will have that look up on the screen. But this is the look. I think it turned out really pretty. I do really enjoy this palette. I think all the shades are so beautiful and they go together so well. Some of like the nude shades are a little redundant in my opinion. On my skin tone, they show up basically the same. And then like these silvery shimmers, like these two, they're very similar. These two are similar. So I mean, I feel like they could have condensed this maybe into like a 20, 25 pan palette maybe instead of 36, but I love it. It's one of my top palettes, so I do enjoy working on it. And I recently shared on my Instagram that I was feeling really burnt out on this palette, but after some reflection, I'm just burnt out on all of the eyeshadows that I'm working on, and I feel like I can't focus on this. And I don't really know how to fix that. I don't know if I should just like hammer this out like this week, just get every single look this week, use this palette. I just don't know what I should do because I have other goals. But yeah, I might be tweaking some of my eyeshadow projects, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Also, I don't know if you can tell, I'm sure you can, if you're familiar with my channel, I'm in a different spot and I'm losing light. I'm filming at the same time I always film, during my baby's first nap. But, you know, the sun is leaving the Pacific Northwest. I don't think I can rely on it anymore. I had a really hard time finding a good spot to film today, where I would have enough light. Like I feel like I'm still like kind of shadowed on this side. Anyway, I might I'm thinking about setting up like a little corner in my bedroom with like studio lights. I really prefer natural light, but I think during the winter and fall, like fall and winter, it's just so hard to film, and during the yeah, so I might just have to do that. Let me know what you guys think. I really don't want to. I love filming in front of a window, but I think I have to. But anyway, that's all for my update. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the looks that I've created with this palette since the last update. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. So I see you all in my next video. Bye.